See all this up here? People who haven't gotten their hands on one, the most common thing I'm hearing from, again, people who have not gotten their hands on one is, why would Pentax do this? It's so automatic. It's not a fully functional camera. You can't really learn photography on it. Well, I'm going to tell you, you're wrong. I can tell you, it would be great to hand this to someone learning photography or a student interested in photography and have them be able to get good hits using the auto, but also be able to play with the modes, to experiment with how that works, to teach them how to log their shots so that they can go back and compare. Because between being able to push and pull the ISO, being able to adjust the exposure compensation, being able to play with the modes, including the bokeh mode, being able to play with the focal distance, you can begin to teach and learn and understand exposure and the functions of a camera, but walk away with some good hits. And I think that's always been kind of a stumbling block for teaching photography, particularly with film, is that you want the person learning photography to have some successes right out the gate, but also be able to learn and experiment and compare so that they have something to base their understanding on. And I think this gives exactly that. I've seen reviewers who, again, haven't had their hands on one, and even some people who have had their hands on one say, oh, it feels cheap and plasticky. I don't get that at all. I think it's the right balance of weight to feel good in the hand, but not to be tiring to use. I think it's a really nice focal length for playing with and learning. Um, uh, the I I don't really have a particular complaint about it. Could it have some more manual functions? Sure, anything could. But I think that this is a great stepping stone from auto to understanding concepts to, I'm assuming, introduction to Pentax's next film camera release, which would be, I'm assuming, a more manual, directly manual function camera. So I'm impressed. Again, I'm only about halfway through this roll. I mean, I'm through the stated count on it, but I'm so halfway through using half frame of it, and then I'll get to develop it and really let you know what I thought of the results. But from a functionality, usability, teachable perspective, the Pentax 1.7, I'm really impressed. I'm enjoying using it in many ways. So that's my first take on having shot my first 36 exposures, but needing to shoot 36 more before I can develop them.